It's Sheila Vidal with Live with Dignity, and today I want to answer a question. What is the difference between a 529 plan and an IUL? I certainly understand why you want to know. I used to have a 529 plan for my daughter because that is all I knew as far as how to save for college. That is what I did my research, and I learned that that is the best way to do that. But once I learned about the IUL, I had to do a comparison, and this is what I learned. So I'm going to talk to you about 6 differences between the 529 and an IUL. All right, let's get started. Number 1, a 529 plan may be eligible for state tax deductions depending on which state you get it through, whereas an IUL is not a deduction. The second difference is in the 529 plan, you can actually only withdraw the money from the 529 plan for use for college expenses. And if you do not, you would have to pay taxes. So you don't pay taxes as long as the expenses or the purpose of your withdrawal is for use for college-related expenses. It has to be qualified expenses. Whereas in an IUL, you are able to get money from your IUL without having to pay any taxes by using policy loans. And that is something that an insurance agent can explain to you. But those loans are tax-free, and it doesn't matter where you use it for. It may be for college, it may not be for college, it could be for other expenses that you will incur during college. It could be, let's say, for housing that is not approved by a 529 plan. It could be for a phone or other gadgets that your college student needs. It could also be for travel to another country, or if they wanted to study in another country. The third difference is in the 529 plan, your money can actually lose because you're investing in the stock market. The money can go down. So know that you are putting your money in investments, and that means that the value or the money can go up or down based on how the stock market is doing. In an IUL, your money does not go down, even when the market goes down, but you would still make the gains when the market is up. So that is one big advantage of an IUL. The next difference between the 529 plan and IUL is that in a 529 plan is something that you would have to report when you are applying for financial aid. That's something that is taken into consideration because that's money that is available, right, for use for college expenses. And so that may limit the amount of financial aid that you could qualify for, whereas the IUL does not need to be reported. It's not reported in your financial aid because it is a life insurance plan. It is not something that is reported or that will limit your eligibility for a higher aid. Now, as far as similarities, one big similarity is that you experience tax-deferred growth of your money in both the 529 plan and the IUL, and that it can be transferred to another person. So the 529 plan, let's say your daughter or your son decided not to go to college, they end up not using it, you can actually transfer it to a different child or beneficiary. Anybody in your family, even yourself, can actually use the money in the 529 plan. And it's the same thing for the IUL. The IUL can also be changed in terms of who's the beneficiary. You can also change who owns the IUL plan. And of course, whoever is the owner has the authority and the freedom to use the money for any purpose. It doesn't have to be only for college. And so there you have it. Those are the differences and the similarities between the 529 plan and the IUL. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, feel free to DM me on Facebook, Instagram, or via email. I'll see you next time.